Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Miguel back again with another video, and today we have a very interesting video. I am actually going to be doing a comparison between two mid-range phones. We have the Honor 70, which was a phone that was recently launched, and we also have the S21 Fan Edition, which was launched about maybe 8 months ago. Both of these phones are very similar, and I should mention these phones are not flagship. These are mid-range phones. And one of the things that I did notice about both these devices is that they kind of take a lot of the flagship devices, although they are mid-range, but there's a lot of redeemable features which I wanted to discuss today and wanted to do a comparison to see how they hold up against each other. I should mention the price point of both of these. So the Honor 70 starts at around 1800 dirhams and it goes to around 2100 dirhams depending on what variant you go with. The S21 FE also is around the same price point, so it starts at around 1800 dirhams as well and goes up to around 2200 dirhams depending on the variable you go with. Both of these do come with 8 gigs of RAM as standard, and both also come with 128 gigs or 256 gigs of internal storage. Now, quickly looking at the design of both these phones, naturally, in my opinion, I think the Honor looks more premium. It has a design on the back as well, which kind of gives it that 3D effect. It has a big camera module, which tells you immediately that this phone is focused on the camera. So that is one of the, you can say, flagship features of the Honor 70. The Honor 70 also has a very premium feel in the hands. It feels much better because it actually does have a curved back and a curved display on front as well. So naturally, this does feel much more better in the hands. The back is also made up of glass as well as the front, so you do get that premium feeling as well. Now, when it comes to the S21 FE, the back is made up of plastic. And I should mention that the S21, the regular S21, which is a more premium phone than the FE edition, that one's also made up of plastic, but it looks like Samsung took it down a notch here. And the plastic, I mean, it honestly feels really cheap. I don't really like the texture, although it is kind of like a matte finish, but it's not appealing in any way. It's a very simple build. And also, at least design-wise, there's no specific feature, or unlike the Honor 70, the cameras here are the main design feature of the phone. On the S21 FE, you really cannot find anything. It's a pretty simple and straightforward design. A lot of people like it, a lot of people don't. It's not a bad phone at all, but design-wise, it's a very simple phone in my opinion. Looking around the phone, both of the devices have the power button here on the right side alongside the volume rocker, so the layout is pretty much the same. On the bottom as well, on both sides, we have the speaker. On the right side, we have the USB-C port. Both come with USB-C, and we also have the SIM tray on the left side. And both of these phones will support dual SIM, although both of them do not have the option for extra memory. Now, looking at the display, which is probably one of the most interesting features of both of the phones, the displays are pretty much very similar. But immediately you can tell that there is a notable size difference here. So the Honor 70 comes at 6.67 inches and it is an OLED display. The Samsung S21 FE has a 6.4 inch AMOLED display. Both of them do support 120 Hz of fast refresh rate. But one of the things about the Honor is that this has dynamic 120 FPS, which can go down to 60 FPS if needed. And the Samsung only has the option of 120 or 60 FPS. So it's not going to go down to 60 when it's not needed. You either have to turn on 120 at all times or 60 at all times. So you do have the option of a dynamic refresh display with the Honor 70. Another thing that I noticed is that the Samsung S21 FE has a very flat design here. And again, a lot of people are a fan of the flat design, but in my opinion, the Honor 70 takes the points here because it does have that curved display and it feels really good in the hands. It overall is a very comfortable phone. And I also noticed I texted on both of these phones. It was much easier for me to text on the Honor 70 as compared to the Samsung S21 FE. When it comes to the brightness, I did notice that the Honor 70 does have, I think, a little bit better brightness. When I was using both of them outdoors, I was having a little bit of a harder time looking at the S21 FE. The Honor 70 has more brightness in my opinion, and it also looks a little bit sharper. Both of these devices also have an under display fingerprint sensor. No, they do not come with an ultrasonic. Both of them were pretty quick. Because these are mid-range phones, they do not come with an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, and nevertheless they both do have the option of a fingerprint sensor. Now when it comes to the cameras of both of these devices, The Honor 70 immediately takes the points here, not only because of the design, but the design again tells you that it is actually a phone that's focused, that's been optimized towards the camera. And this actually uses a sensor, Sony's IMX 800 sensor. This is the first phone that actually comes with Sony's IMX 800 sensor, which is a pretty good sensor. We have a triple camera array here at the back, and we have a main 54 megapixel camera, which is the one using the IMX 800 sensor. We have a 50 megapixel ultra wide camera, which is also used for macro photography, and we also have a 2 megapixel depth sensor. On the Samsung S21 FE, we also have again a triple camera design, but they pretty much look the same. There's no specific design here that signifies that this phone is camera focused. We have a 12 megapixel main camera, we have a 8 megapixel telephoto lens, and then we also have a third 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. I also took out the time to actually do some testing, some photography for both of the devices. I'll be putting some slides here, and you may be able to tell that there's really not a lot of difference when it comes to the quality of the images. When it comes to video, both of these will shoot in 4K, so you have the option of 4K resolution on both of them. But again, mentioning the Honor 70 here, this phone has been specifically designed for vlogging. In fact, this actually has been called the best vlog phone because of a lot of different features that have been added to the camera system of the Honor 70. So apart from the regular photo options, this has multi-vid options where you can actually record yourself, and you can also record the person in front of you. So you're able to kind of give a full vlog mode here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you can clearly see that this is the front camera showing here, and then we have the back camera showing over here. So this is a specific feature which is not available on all phones, but we do have multi video or vlog mode as well. And we also have a very unique, I think the first time that I've seen it on any phone, which is a solo cut option as well, which has only been introduced on Honor 70 phones. Now, when we talk about the performance, this is where things start to get a little bit more interesting. And I honestly expected both of these devices to kind of bring out the same performance, and they kind of did. But the Honor 70 comes with Snapdragon's 787G Plus chip, and the S21 FE. Now this one comes with two variants, and in the Middle East, unfortunately, we only get the option of the Exynos 2100 chip. So this specific unit is packed with Exynos 2100. In North America, you may actually get your hands on the Snapdragon version, which comes with the 888 processor. But here in hand, we have, in the Middle East, actually, you may not be able to get your hands on a Snapdragon version. We have the 2100, Exynos 2100 in hand. And to be very honest, Exynos has had a kind of a bad reputation recently with some of the chips with thermal throttling. There have been issues with the phones heating up and also with performance. And we did go ahead and did an Antutu benchmark test. And to our surprise, they actually were very similar. So if you can see here on the Honor phone, we have 515,000 points or score. On the S21 FE, I unfortunately was not able to do Antutu here, but I did some research and it's pretty much the same. So you get around 500,000 points or score on the S21 FE with the Exynos chip as well. So when it comes to performance, they're pretty much the same, but I would choose the Honor 70 because it does come with Snapdragon, and Snapdragon has a reputation for having really good chips. When it comes to the battery, Honor again takes the points here. So Honor 70 has a 4800 milliampere battery, which should last you all day long pretty easily. And if we compare it to the Samsung S21 FE, this comes with a 4500 milliampere battery, which is slightly less. Nevertheless, it is a decent sized battery, but it's still a little bit less than the Honor 70. And the Honor 70 takes the points here, not only on the battery side of things, but also on the charging side of things, because the Honor 70 actually comes with a 67-watt charger in the box, and it supports 66 watts of fast charging. That charger included in the box should charge the phone to 60% in about 20 minutes. Now, when it comes to the 21 FE, this only supports 25 watts of fast charging, and also it does not come with a charger in the box. So if you're looking to buy any of these devices, the Honor 70 will come with a charger in the box and a cable. The S21 FE will not. I also wanted to mention that both of these devices are running on Android 12, and if you're wondering, yes, the Honor 70 does come with full Google services. So yes, out of the box you will be able to get Google services. Now, coming down to a conclusion of which one you would buy out of these, I think, I mean, if I'm being really transparent and honest, so far the Honor 70 has ticked pretty much all the boxes and looks like a better value phone when compared to the S21 FE, not only on the design aspect, but also on the battery side, on the camera side, on the charging side, and the build as well, the display as well is much better in my opinion as compared to the S21 FE. Price wise, both are around the same, so you can choose either or. But in my opinion, the S21 FE, don't get me wrong here, it's not a bad phone at all, but it has a reputation for being boring, and it's kind of like a grandpa phone. So if you're looking to gift a phone to an elderly person in your family, the S21 FE is a great phone. Nevertheless, again, not a bad phone at all, but it has a reputation for being too simple and kind of a little bit boring. On the other hand, the Honor 70 looks much better aesthetically, not only aesthetically, but also when using it, it's a little bit more of an exciting phone. On the camera side of things, nowadays, if you want to do vlogging, if you're into mobile photography, this is a great phone to actually get started as well. So there you have it, guys. This was a comparison between the Honor 70 and the S21 FE. Let me know down in the comments below which one you would go for. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel. Consider liking as well. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.